Well, today is the first day of the Superhack hackathon, virtual hackathon that I think I'm going to try to participate in. I'm just, let's see, it's 11:30 at night right now. I'm a bit tired, but I think it'd be interesting to kind of record like my day-to-day contribution to some sort of project that I develop in this hackathon. It helps me sort of track what I've done, keep notes, things like that, as well as hopefully keep me keep me honest about the time that I need to spend on this, so that I don't put it off to the very end and procrastinate. So I'm hoping to basically make one video per day that either outlines what I did or maybe steps through what I need to get done that day. Um, I think I might only be able to do like an hour per day on this hackathon, but we'll see how far we can get. So, the idea that I'm trying to put together is basically an IoT solution that tries to address um, like carbon emissions in sort of a unique way using blockchain, and it's more just for fun. So I'm curious to see how I can get these pieces to tie together, if at all. Um, but so today on my to-do list, I'm just going to try to pick what tools I want to use from the prizes list and the supporters that are looking for certain things within this hackathon. So this is a very OP optimism centric hackathon. So many of these are I think there's a few like layer two optimism layer two chains here. Um, Let's just step through some of these real quick, or some of the ones that I think I'm going to use, try to outline how I think I'm going to use it. So, optimism is obviously its own layer two. I don't know if I could use this one because I was thinking maybe for the best app for Retro PGF, which I think stands for Public Goods something, I forget, but it doesn't say. It seems more like it's related to tooling and things like that, so I might skip on that one. One of them I might use is Base. This is a layer 2 from Coinbase. I haven't ever used this before, but it just says build a consumer product, and I think that's what we're going to focus on, sort of a generic consumer product, and we could be creative. So that's sort of the ones that might be pretty good. Um, So base could be a good chain to deploy on, although I do want to use the graph. I don't know if they support base. It's built on OP stack, and I know the graph does support optimism, so I might have to ask the graph about that if they support base. If they don't, I know they support optimism, so that could push me back up to using just straight up optimism here. Um, in which case I may go for like a pool prize or something, but then I have to deploy on mainnet, base, and Zora. Oh, okay. That's all of the chain. Base and Zora. I guess Zora is another, maybe L2 or something, or some chain built on top of Optimism. Um, so I'm not sure on what sort of like layer 2 chain I'm gonna use just yet. But the other one I was looking at is, I believe it was Mode, Uh, so they have this prize for most weird and viral idea. So I think I could qualify for this because it is kind of weird, I think, in my opinion. I think which chain I end up deploying to will be largely dependent on um, possibly what the graph supports. I have to ask. Let's see what layer 0 is. Open source protocol for building omnichain. Maybe not that one. I think Chainlink could possibly be pretty good. Chainlink seems to be focusing on utilizing their cross-chain interoperability interoperability protocol. So I'm not sure if we have much cross-chain requirements. It's more of like capturing since it's IoT, be capturing real world data and bringing it on chain. So I don't know if that qualifies as like cross chain really. The graph we'll use to query the data that we put on chain, hopefully. And then the other one I saw, maybe we could use this safe as to set up accounts and things like that. I'm not particularly certain on that one actually. We could definitely use this Ethereum attestation service. I think I've never used it before, but from what it sounds like, it's just making attestations, basically claims that are signed claims of, I think it can be of anything really. Let's see, consider building with attestations. We need to verify certain aspects, attributes, provide guarantees that something has happened or was said. So we could take IoT data and maybe provide an attestation on it, and then before pushing it to something, I'm not sure. So I think this was kind of just a warm-up video here. I know this isn't very much value, but just sort of brainstorming, going through the brainstorming process. I think my next step kind of becomes a little bit more clear. I need to, if I really want to use the graph, which I think I do, I need to clarify which layer 2s they support, if any of these. And if they only support optimism, I have to change the game plan a little bit because these prizes don't really fit into what I want to do, unfortunately. And maybe I could work it into this best app for Retro PGF. And let's see what Retro PGF is actually.